This is the Animated GIF tutorial. Please open up a new file. Make sure it's at 72 dpi. You may want to name it something other than Untitled One. So I'm going to name mine Rocket Final. Click OK. Now what we want to do is we want to open up a layer. So make a new layer and then open the Rocket JPEG that I provided to you on the Google Classroom. We want to place that in. It's Rocket JPEG. And we want to place that where we might want that rocket on our canvas. So I'm going to put it down here in the lower right-hand corner. Of course, that works just like before. Now I'm going to add another layer. And I'm going to place the rocket flame underneath it. So I'm moving that here. Keep in mind you won't be able to see it unless it's on top of the rocket's on top of it. So see, I'm moving it here to make sure that it's not covering over the flame. Okay. Now I'm going to add another layer and another layer and another layer. And we want to put 3, 2, 1 on those layers. So I'm getting the text tool, I'm changing the color, and I am putting a 3 because we're going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Now I'm putting a 2, and on the last layer I'm putting a 1. I can always move these around, right, on each layer by clicking the select tool. So I'm going to move the 1 down to the bottom of my canvas. And I'm going to move the 2 down as well on that layer. Careful which layer you're on when you're moving it. And then I'm actually going to move the 3 down as well. It looks like it changed to 1, so yeah, let me fix that. So now you have a 3, 2, 1 and the rocket on the image. I'm going to make another layer and I'm going to pull it underneath the text and I'm going to write blast off. And it really doesn't need to be that big, so I will make the text smaller. Ooh, not that small. All right, so, and then I'll add an exclamation point because it's always a good thing. So I can move that down or leave it there. I think I'll move it down. I think I'll leave it there. Okay. But I'll turn it off. So now I'm going to actually hit the Create Animation button. So I'm creating animation. Everything's on that I want to show. So I'm toggling it off. So I just want the 3 and the rocket showing. I don't want the flame showing. Maybe I don't want the 3. I just want the rocket showing. Create new animation timeline. So you could see here, it's basically one animated frame. If I add another frame, it puts exactly what's on the timeline in that frame. So now I could turn on or turn off any other items and add items to it. So now I'm turning the 3 on, On the third frame, I'm turning the 2 on and turning the 3 off. On the fourth frame, I'm turning the 2 off and turning the 1 on. And then I'm adding another frame and using the blast off. Okay. So anything that you turn on and off on a layer is actually going to show up on your animation. So I'm going to turn back on the flame because the flame needs to be there for this thing to blast off. So when I go to move the rocket, let's make sure that we have all the layers selected we want to move. So the rocket and the flame, and we can move those together and make another keyframe. So I'm making a keyframe. And then I'm going to move it again, make sure those two things are selected before you move those. Move it up farther. So making another keyframe. And then we're just going to keep doing that until the rocket goes off my page. And you can make this rocket do whatever you want. You could make it go all over your paper. I'm just trying to make it look realistic for this demo. So now it's going off the page. So here's what will happen with Photoshop. You can actually tween these, so it will do in between frames. So if I choose 2 frames and go over to the drop-down menu on the right, I can actually use those 2 selected layers, and let's grab the background too. I can use those 2 selected layers and tween just the layer selected so that it gives me an in-between frame. So it doesn't look so jumpy. So let's test it. When we watch our animation, it blasts off. Now, you can actually play with the timing underneath each frame and make them last longer or go quicker. So use this to get your timing correct. In order to watch forever, please go to the lower left-hand corner of the timeline and hit the only once button and just toggle that to forever. So the once goes to forever and you can watch that. Now let's see this slowed down. Let's try it again. So now the 3, 2, 1 is slower and the blast off is quicker. I still don't like the 2, so I'm going to adjust that. Let's rewind, play again. And there you have it. Your animation is complete. And you can watch it forever. So now it's time to save. And everybody should save before they actually export their GIF. So save PSD to your desktop. Then we'll go into saving a GIF. Please use Save for Web. Find the drop-down that says GIF. You can make some other setting selections and hit Save. When you'd like to look at your GIF, you need to drag it into a browser. So let's open a browser and drag our file in. This is the only way you can test your animated GIF. Just need to find mine. There it is, drag it in, and there is your animated GIF. And it will just play forever. So there you have it.